You're taking too many duels when you're playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive. Now, yes, I know that it sounds weird that I'm telling you to stop taking fights and to stop shooting people, right? But the truth is that sometimes you're hurting yourself by just trying to take every duel that you can get. And what is more valuable, in fact, is actually instead of taking these duels, getting information, right? It's a difference in a 2v2 situation or a 3v2, whatever, late round situation when you hear somebody, say running through apps, instead of just trying to fight them right away, you hear that information and you get yourself tucked into a spot, or you use that information to relay it to your team to know what the best course of action is, right? So if you hear somebody running back through apps to underpass, now you can relay that to your teammate in a 2v2 clutch, and now you have the information to try to win the round. A lot of you guys, as soon as you hear where somebody is, your first reaction is to go shoot. But I'll tell you from, playing at the highest level that this is only going to get you so far, because you're never going to be able to win 100% of your duels. But if you're constantly using your head and trying to play as smartly as you can, using this information is going to be key to winning, right? So, a lot of you guys, if you come from other FPS games, you think that, taking these fights is the most effective thing, but I'm telling you, at the end of the day, it's just only gonna hurt you. And the best thing that you can do is use information to relay it to your team so that you can make a plan instead of just trying to solo everything, because soloing everything is not the most productive, because you're relying on percentages, and it's very low. It's about 50, 60, 70% depending on how much of an advantage you have, versus when you have a teammate with you, you can push those percentages up to 80 to 90 to the high 90s when you're trying to secure a trade or do this thing. So what this is great for, though, is in a 1v1 situation, right? So in a 1v1 situation, this playing off information and using your ears and your eyes to get information is what is going to be your key to winning these 1v1s, right? So that could mean you, instead of taking a straight on engagement, you're jiggling to make it hard for them to kill you. You're doing these things that make it extremely difficult for the other team to understand where you're at. And we can actually take this concept and apply it to ourselves, right? So we don't want to give information, right? Or we want to give false information. So say I'm jiggling jungle here in a 1v1 and the other person spots me. What I can do to trick them is then jump over here and not miss the jump, but jump up here to cat. And maybe I have a new angle now to hold cross, or maybe I don't jump cat and I just come down here through con. Now I'm in connector, and then they might have lost information on me, right? So they saw me jungle last, so now in their head they're like, man, I don't see him anymore. He could be CT, he could be jungle, he could be connector, like he could be anywhere, man. So using this false information is going to be your key in order to outplay and outsmart the other players. So not only are we listening for information, we also need to keep in mind that sometimes the other team is going to give us false information. And like I said, you can use this to your advantage and really push the limits of, what you can do mentally inside of this game, because it's not about just shooting. It's literally about outplaying your opponents and doing every single thing you can to be on top of them and, dominate them in the mental game and as far as aiming as well. But, I can sit here and teach you guys how to aim, but I think it's a lot better to teach you guys how to play the mental game, because that's the most important part of this game. And especially with the transition to CS2, there's gonna be a lot more gimmicks, a lot more stuff. So start preparing your mental game, get ready for that game. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I appreciate every single one of you. You all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you later. Peace out.